So Justin Baldoni thought that Blake Lively was too much, and she thinks that he's fake. She thinks that he's full of shit. Because I'm a Vedic astrologer, so I look at everything from a Vedic perspective, and with everything that's been going on with them, I needed to look at their charts. And it became very clear what was going on between them. Because the first thing that you need to know about Blake Lively is that she has a chart that is based very heavily on fixed fire energy. She takes action. She believes in her values and her pride. Her sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus are in Maga Leo, which is literally the throne. Even her moon is in Purva Falguni Leo. This is a Leo woman through and through. And with an Ashlesha ascendant, that's why people aren't really trusting of her, because they sense the heavy fire energy that she has and the fact that, honestly, she believes that she's better than you. And she might be right, but it comes off as performative. Whereas Justin Baldoni, he's a Shravana sun, he's a Swati moon. Shravana comes off as trustworthy. He's a good listener, he's a good man. Swati comes off as friendly because it doesn't do too much. It doesn't chase you down. It's the wind, so it's literally floaty. And with his Purva Falguni ascendant, he comes off as a natural performer, friendly, comfortable in his skin, but not doing too much. And his sun sits directly on Blake Lively's descendant. And so in compatibility, you could say that that would be like, oh, she likes him. But it just means that she sees through him. And then with her moon on his ascendant, she probably really does feel like she sees through him. Because emotionally, she's on the same wavelength as what he's essentially performing. Now, don't get me wrong, Justin has a lot of fire himself. He's a Mula, Jupiter, Venus, and Neptune. And Mula is literally an nakshatra associated with destruction. It digs down to the root, it wants to get to the core of things. But for him, it's essentially coated in this diplomatic armor. And with his Uranus conjunct K2 at the IC, he's probably incredibly sensitive to the idea of being persecuted. That's like a childhood wound. So what happened between them? Honestly, it could have been just a misunderstanding that blew up out of control. She came for him, he felt attacked, he pursued it, she doubled down, then tripled down, because with all those Leo placements, she's not going to let it go. She feels like she needs to protect her name and her legacy. Ultimately, although they have some overlap, she saw him as evasive and performative, and he probably saw her as aggressive and over the top. And with his Swati Mars conjunct Pluto conjunct her IC, she probably felt exposed by him, like he saw her in a way that didn't make her comfortable. And so for her, she probably feels like he's performing one thing outwardly and then doing a different thing privately. And why did everybody seem to take his side? Well, he has a Rohini Rahu conjunct his midheaven. And Rahu amplifies everything that it touches. It's the north node. And Rohini is very much the divine feminine. It's soft. And so he comes off as friendly to people. And Blake, with her Ashlesha ascendant, she comes off almost manipulative to people. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's how she is. But Ashlesha is the snake, so it can be the poison, but also the cure. And when it comes with all of those fiery placements, people assume that she has some kind of agenda. But looking at their astrology, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that she started this. But I think she took it too far. His Mula placements probably did uproot something. And she just dragged that shit through hell. And ultimately, she still probably believes that she's right. But anyway, follow for more.